The West African Currency Board was responsible for issuing currency notes in Nigeria from 1912 to 1959. Prior to the establishment of the West African Currency Board, Nigeria had used various forms of money, including cowries and manillas. On the 1st of July 1959, the Central Bank of Nigeria issued the Nigerian currency notes and coins. The notes and coins initially issued by the West African Currency Board were then withdrawn. However, it was not until 1st July 1962 that legal tender status was changed to reflect the country's new status. The Naira was introduced on 1st of January 1973, replacing the British pound. On 11th February 1977, a new banknote denomination of the value of 20 Naira was issued. This was special in two respects. One, the 20 Naira banknote was the highest denomination to be introduced then, and its issuance became necessary as a result of the growth of incomes in the country, the preference for cash transactions, and the need for convenience. 2. The 20 Naira banknote became the first currency note in Nigeria bearing the portrait of a Nigerian citizen, in this case, the late head of state, General Murtala Ramat Mohammed.
Good to have you back. You know, sometimes it's hard for me to believe that there was a time in this country that cowries was actually the means of transaction.
Exactly.
Were you born in those?
Ah, come on, Tunbosun.
Let me know. So if you were, I know how to address you.
I was born then, so you could address me better.
And you know, there was a time that we know 20 Naira note was actually the highest denomination.
The highest denomination. Now we have 1,000 Naira.
And some time ago, the CBN wanted to print
5,000. Excuse
me, that's somebody's salary. So it's like 5,000 Naira.
No, that's what we're giving away on Word of the Day. That's what we give away, 5,000 Naira.
So that's an information for you there on the milestone. It's time for the Smart Life segment. And we have with us today Mr. Doyin Jibodu. Is that right?
Yes, Jibodu.
Okay, Jibodu. Okay. I apologize.
That's fine.
It's good to have you. Now, the topic today is excellence at work. What would you term as excellence? And by the way, you are the author of a book titled Excellence at Work.
It's actually titled Excelling at Work.
Excelling at Work. So, I mean, from your book, in a nutshell, how can we excel at work?
There are several things I try to address in the book.
Yeah.
Okay. But it starts with, you know, the mindset.
Yeah.
The kind of mindset that you should have, you know, to excel. It's, you know, excellence has to do with a lot of how you think, your aspirations, you know, your definition of life and how you should approach it. So when you look at the workplace, if you know, put that into the workplace, yes, there are certain things, you know, that will make you get to the top. And there are some things that will stagnate you. So as a person, you have to look at it. Do I want to get to the top?
Or do I want to stay there?
Do I want to stay there?
I want to stay there.
Some don't even start at all. You know, but we cannot get there. That's the thing about excellence. If you have the right mindset, and if you are prepared, you know, to get there, you can.
Now, some people, I mean, I hear this almost every day. Maybe I'm talking to the wrong people. I don't know yet. They tell me. Maybe I'll start by you. I'll start with you. They tell me. I mean, this is what they say. My Oga does not like me. He likes everybody in that office except me. What can you say about that?
Well, you know, there in the workplace, you need a lot of understanding. personalities differ.
Yeah.
And the workplace is a place to be. There's a lot of fun,
Yeah.
particularly if you get to know the differences in people. Sometimes, the personality is not what you see on the surface. And if you want to get along, you need to know what lies underneath. Yes, understand your boss and be able to manage your boss. And then you get along.
And you get along. Okay. Well, what we normally do is on the Smart Life segment, we go around the street of Lagos and we ask people questions relating to the. Now, we went around the street of Lagos and we asked makes them stand out in the. This is what Lagosians have to say. So we'll go now on the Vox Pop, and when we come back, we still have many more questions for you, sir. I know you're very ready. So we'll go for this break now, and when we come back, it's still going to be the Smart Life segment on New Day, the voice of the new generation. Stay with us.
Wanna be in the know? Tune to the show. It's called New Day, now in your zone. Touching the work and career. Ends up in the play zone. Take luck to entertain. Inspired to make you feel at home. And it's all about you. It's all about you. New Day. It's the new day. It's the new day. New day. It's a new day.
Mọ́mí Bọ́lálẹ̀ ẹ káàárọ̀. Ìyá Kúdí ẹ káàárọ̀ customer.
Make we dey always follow our conscience because e dey tell us the correct thing.
I suppose sabi wetin good.
Do the right thing. Let's change the way we think.
So the character that's coming out in my place of work is diligent, hardworking, tidying up work together.
I come to work early, then I'm cheerful with everyone. I think honesty, because it stands me out and it's like advocates for me. It's always vouch for me in terms of anything that happens.
My place of work is very interesting. I love my job. I think that's why I'm so effective in what I'm doing.
I believe being positive and being cheerful about everything gives a good working habit.
So far so good. My presence in that office has been acknowledged, so I really appreciate it.
Welcome back. It's still New Day. What we just saw was, Lagosians answering a couple of questions. Now, here's the thing: how do you carry favor with your boss? How do you gain his favor?
Well, in the first place, the main focus or the reason you are in the workplace is to add value, to top line and the bottom line.
Definitely.
They want you to perform. There are certain things, metrics, or parameters they would have given to you that if you do this, they will appreciate you. So if you look at those things that you are meant to deliver and you deliver them properly, and in the workplace now, it's not really just a matter of meeting up or exceeding those expectations. And if you do so, largely, you get that approval. Yeah, of the boss.
From what we watch now, they mentioned many things that that can actually make them stand out. What do you think is actually going to be the major thing that would make me stand out in my place of work?
Many things. It depends on what that workplace is. And you being able to, look at yourself and, what you're bringing on board. You're talking about, some 50 years of your life. You've spent 4 years in the university to prepare for, the next 50 years. On the average, people are coming out of school at 21, 22. And you expect to work until you are 70, more or less. So, you have to first look at it. What kind of preparation? And I believe that really, really important, matters. What kind of preparation have I had, towards? And then when you get in there, there are 3 things that I talk about. You have to look at your talent, your trust, your time. Trust as in velocity. Because in the workplace, it's also competitive. 200 people might come in a training manager program, and maybe 2 will get to become CEOs. So it's competitive. How fast can you move on your, on the trajectory, getting up to the top? So you have to look at the talents, put in your strengths, put in your talents, put in your treasure chest now, what you have in you, and keep at it. So apart from preparation, you have to be persistent also. You're looking at it that I don't want to stagnate, I want to keep growing, and I want to get to the top. So I persist at, delivering value, and be known, across the organization that if you're looking for, 1 or 2 people, to deliver value, go to that person. And before you know it, you get there. So preparation is there. Persistence is there, but focus on 3 things while at work. Your talent, put it to work. The trust, your velocity at getting to the top is competitive. Keep at it, work at it. These days you are expected to do beyond,
go beyond the normal expectation.
Exactly, things are changing. The marketplace is changing. There's no, the society itself is not stagnant. So you have to look at the environment, and adapt properly. And work faster. Look at time and work faster.
Some people, they want to stand out, but we have some people saying this one's ethical, you know too much. How do you handle such people? How do you deal with them?
Just one word: focus. What are you there to do? Focus on it. You'll not get to a point where you won't find people who really don't know why they're there. And along the line, they may fall out. But because you want to get there, you have to focus.
Okay.
I mean, time flies when you're having fun, because I'm learning a lot from you now. But I think we have to bring it back, because this is part A. Then we'll be having part B sometime very soon. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
We've been speaking with Mr. Doyin Jibodu. He's the author of Excelling at Work, and on the Smart Life segment today. The program is New Day, the voice of the new generation. It comes to you Tuesdays and Thursdays, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. I'm sure you've learned something today from the first speaker and even from the second speaker. It's time to say our goodbye, but I'm going to leave you with something. Wherever you are, make sure you make an impact, because that's the only thing that they will miss about you when you leave that place. My name is Tunbosun Gilbert. I'll see you on Thursday, 1 p.m. And from Ivan,
have a fantastic week ahead. God bless you all.
What?